Salutations! Welcome back to another video. This one is going to be a little different. Just shooting some B-roll for a client project. Now this video is going to be a little different because we're doing a story time. Which brings us here. This is my own neighborhood. This is where I used to live about a year ago. Let me tell you what happened here one day because it's crazy. Okay, so one day on paternity leave, the baby was sleeping because, you know, babies always sleep when they're first, and Catherine was taking a nap, so I worked on a freelancing project. So there I am in my little teeny office, which was the corner of my living room, and I started to work on this project. Now, once I finished the project, I was super happy with it, but I became super depressed, just upset. And the reason why was because at that moment, I realized I wasn't really happy. I wasn't living the life that I wanted to live. So to get myself out of that funk, I decided to go for a run. This is my old running route. This is where I ran when I used to live here. So on this run, I had one purpose in mind: to get myself out of that bad mood. So there I was running, and I didn't really feel any better until I stopped at this corner right here. And it was at this corner where I saw another runner. That runner had to have been at least, I don't know, maybe 100 to 200 yards away, maybe a half mile, super far. And I thought to myself, it would be impossible if I could pass that person because they were so ahead of me. But what if I did? What if I did pass that individual? I thought that that would do something for me, trying to conquer something that I think is impossible. So at that point, I made the decision to start running fast. So there I go, running my tail off, trying to catch up to this person. Within the first 30 seconds of like sprinting, I got super tired, so I slowed down dramatically. So there I am running, and it's crazy because I remember exactly what happened from the date. It was this corner where I stopped, took a 15-second pause, and I didn't see the runner anywhere in sight. So I'm like, okay, what did that do to my mental? Oh God, impossible is really impossible. I can't conquer impossible. I just made myself in a worse mood coming out for this run. But then I said, let me start running again and see what happens. So then I ran all the way to this corner over there. Okay, so I get to this corner and I'm freaking out. The reason why is I see the runner again right down the street. It was insane. Now keep in mind, OMG was I so tired, but the goal was still alive. The opportunity was still there to pursue and conquer impossible. So there I am running as fast as I can. I'm like hurting everywhere, on my booty, on my calves, everywhere. But the runner was slowing down even more and I was catching up. And then the runner stopped. They were getting close to their house, so they stopped, started heading into their house, and I sprinted like I could never sprint before. They did look at me super awkward because I was literally flailing my arms, and when you're that exhausted and you're trying to run that hard, it's not a good look. It ain't a good look. And this was that house right here. This is where I ran. This is where I beat that individual. I remember it because of the sunflowers that you see. 1 month after that run, I went to Vidsummit. Now, it was at Vidsummit where I met someone who is an inspiration in his own right, and that is Lee Giles. Keep in mind the fact that I was trying to start a business. I had a dream to do it. A month ago, I had a revelation of a run, I guess. But I was scared because at the end of the day, I knew that I was not living the life I wanted to live. And at the first night at Vidsummit, Lee and I started to talk, and I was able to understand some of his story. He's been an entrepreneur for 17 years, but he was also not living the life that he wanted to live. And that's why he attended Vidsummit, to look for something more. He knew he wanted to do something with online video. And needless to say, after that night, we were pretty much inseparable. 3 months after Vidsummit, he actually hired me to do a project for him in Las Vegas. And well, that was fun.
Jeremy, I dare you to put your tongue on this thing. Oh God, he really went in. Oh God. Oh!
Lee was one of the first clients that helped start Brandon Media. Normally, I'm actually really selective with who I work with. If I don't believe in the project or feel I can add a value to the particular story that is trying to be told, I'm not gonna do it. That was not the case with Lee. And the reason why is because he's just the most genuine person you'll ever meet. All he wants to do is help people and just give. He doesn't care what comes out on his end. And at Vidsummit, he was there because he understood he wanted to do something with online video, but he didn't know what he wanted to do. Vidsummit totally gave him the inspiration to start, and I helped him execute what he was going to start. Today, Lee creates inspirational and motivational videos on Facebook for the entrepreneurs who are in a rut and are trying to get out of it, like he was before Vidsummit. And now over 1,000 people tune in to see his motivational speeches and quotes and his fun motivational talks in the car. And for me, someone who was super scared to quit his full-time job and start living his dream, creating content for other people, I probably wouldn't have needed that run to make the decision to start creating my own company. And it's for that massive amount of value Lee brings on Facebook with his motivational videos. I think he's a rising star and a truly underrated creator at this point in time. God knows what I would have done if Lee's videos existed before that run. Oh yeah, that looks pretty tasty. So if you're someone who needs an extra motivational boost, or if you're trying to quit your 9-to-5 to do something that you want to do, that you love to do, I would totally suggest that you check out Lee Giles on Facebook. He runs a page called Flat Guys. Don't ask about the name, he hasn't figured that part out yet. And watch him listen to a couple of his videos, because he is the type of person that can get people to just start. Yeah, speaking of start, I need to start to make my way back home. See you later. Cody Warner, if you're watching this, I'm gonna have to get to Vidsummit one way or another. I mean, it changed my life last year, so I gotta make it a priority, even if it means racking up a lot of credit cards, but you don't want me to do that, do ya? Do ya? JK, thanks for watching. Peace.